the Backrooms. It was approximately 12:15 when I entered the Jefferson County Community Health Clinic. I was there for an appointment I had set up weeks ago, just a routine checkup. It wasn't a new place for me. I have been there a couple times before. However, the place had an odd, nostalgic feel to it, as if it were a location from my childhood or something, and I could never pinpoint exactly what the feeling was or where it came from. As I walk in, an overwhelming feeling of deja vu swept over me. The hum of the flickering fluorescent lights, the white tile flooring, the muted beige paint that colored the walls. I noticed that there was a TV mounted in the corner, a small flat screen that was playing a PowerPoint slideshow on loop of ads and events that were being held by the clinic. I passed the empty waiting room, a small area of the main room with magazines, children's playthings, and blue-colored chairs, and approached the woman at the front desk. She was sitting in her bluish-gray office, looking at a spreadsheet on the same XP desktop they had since 2008. There was a signed sheet on the counter in front of me. "I have an appointment with Dr. Pimmons," I asked. "What time?" 12:30, I replied. She began typing something in the keyboard. "Ah, yes. Gary Johnson? Yes, I'll tell the doctor. Please fill this out." She handed me a clipboard which held a simple fill-out form. I walked back to the waiting area, took a seat, and began to fill out the form. I was about halfway done with filling in my information when I slipped back into my chair. I haven't gotten much sleep the night prior, and I was exhausted. As I slipped back, I noticed something very peculiar. My head never hit the wall. In fact, it felt like it went in. I got up, quite frightened, and looked at the wall. Nothing. Not a single hole or dent had been made in the wall by my head. So I reached to touch the wall. My fingers went through it. I recoiled in shock. What the hell was that? I thought, as I reached to touch the wall again, only to find my fingers clipped through once more. Then suddenly, I lost my balance, tripped, and fell directly through the wall. I fell face first onto some dirty tan carpeting. Upon getting back up, I realized that I was in a completely different room. Well, not a room per se, more so a set of rooms, all of which were connected by openings. The walls were covered in gross tan patterned wallpaper. There was also an overwhelming stench of moist carpet. I turned back around and tried to put my hand back through the wall, and again it wouldn't go through. Okay, what the fuck? I murmured. I looked back into the room. There was no windows, no doors, nothing on the walls, other than the disgusting wallpaper, of course. It was completely empty aside from a singular plastic blue chair. At this point, the only thing going through my mind was fear, and the repeating thought of, "I need to leave," on loop in my head. I started running through the rooms, desperately trying to find an exit, but to no avail. There was no exit. Was this my permanent location until I died? No, there had to be a way out. I wasn't just going to be left here, right? Eventually someone would notice that I was gone, but no one did. Then in the distance, I heard footsteps, but not those of a human, at least not a normal human. Alongside the footsteps was a gargling snarl, like that of an angry animal. I began to run. I went as fast as I could from whatever the hell was approaching me. I didn't want anything to do with it. I ran for what seemed like forever, but I was always back in the same room I started in. At least it looked like the same room, not that I could tell them apart. So I sat down defeated. A feeling of dread filled my body as I started to cry. I was gonna die here. I'm still there and I haven't left. I accepted my fate. In fact, I can actually hear footsteps. I wonder who that is. Thank you. And thank you for listening.